Alright. Try to see if I can remember to actually mute my phone. I never always forget. Uh. Hey, Otachi. Hey, what it? Just trying to share the stream on our Discord. I think I got it. Probably need to make a better thumbnail, but like once I get everything unpackaged, we do the stream. We'll work on that currently. At least here at a few. Anyways, while we're waiting for people to pop in, swap it over. But anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. Got the guy that we were doing the other day on the stream. He's all finished. I did a semi-gloss on the wings, so they'll be a little bit more reflective. So they'll have a little bit of a shine to them. And also glued them in, so you'll see the wings are not flopping out anymore. Which I think is for the better, for sure. Yeah, that's all set. I gotta get one more Godzilla, then Crazy will have the rest of his stuff in. But anyways, what I got here. You might see this is Big Bad Toy Store. I don't get to promote all this stuff on Entertainment Earth later, but I kind of had a lot of this stuff pre-ordered before I got that little deal. So, then sometimes, I'll admit, they are a little convenient. But I also could have got free shipping if I would have just did Entertainment Earth. Anyways, so some of this is actually Arnez's. I will fix the camera here in a few. It's just the box is too damn big, so I can't, like, it takes away from some of the illusion that I have a big set and I don't. Currently, I have it on order. We'll have to wait and see if I keep the orders. Because I've heard mixed things about these guys so far. Oh. Trying to get the... there we go. Tape cut. And then my little character is just going to go bonkers on the corner here while I'm trying to unbox all this crap. But let's just say, if the Godzilla is as lackluster as I've heard... I might just go with the more unique guy, since I have how many iterations of Heisei Godzilla characters in my collection already. How many more do I really need? So I kind of just want to aim at keeping things that I think are either cool. Yeah, it's kind of it. Like, the Rose Biollante is cool because there's not a lot of options. There's that Meltdown Godzilla. He's really cool, not a lot of options. I like that Dark Horse one. Because, again, not a lot of options. But things that I got options for, we'll wait and see. Anyways, in the package, I got the Steel Clan robots from Gargoyles. Oh, God, that armor looks nice. He's actually been in my pile of loot for a hot second. You'll see the giant stack of Arnez things over here in the corner. So, Arnez will have some fun unboxings, but we got the Aqua Float Girls of Albedo from Overlord. Oh, you picked up 4? Oh. I would love to pick up 4, but the way money is currently in space, I'm just going to have to live with the 1. Like, the 1 is Xanatos. So, that's Arnez's. Also, Arnez's is Corful Figure Albedo. I'm not going to unbox these on the stream because, again, they're Arnez's. So, when I get back with him to do more videos, he'll probably do these on his own. But we also have another core one of her in this, like... is it like a yukata? Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Meltdown one, like, I don't care what happens with this line. Like, the Meltdown Godzilla is dope. And to me, from what I've seen from the pictures, it's still not, like, it still kind of looks like the pre-orders. He's just kind of shiny. We'll find out. But if it's just, like, shiny but still solid, alright, whatever. You can kind of argue with me that they still kind of feel more like Treadmasters, but we'll get to it. Like, they're here. And then Dino Thunder Black Ranger finally came in, too. He's been the longest. I think it was after when I shipped the Hayamothra out, he popped in. Alright. Worst case scenario, I'll probably just shift these things over. Oh, does it look sickly? We'll start with that one. I'm curious now. But I'm going to get the Super 7 boxes out of there. And then I get this giant... I don't know where the heck I'm even throwing this thing. Because I'm afraid with the size of the box, I might knock a cable out. Alright, we're good. Zoom in just a tad. So you guys will see the background. Again, kind of helps with the illusion. Alright, well, we'll start with this one. I guess we get the Albedos. There's no proof that I knocked over one of Arnez's figures. Whoops. I will admit the price, at least from what I've seen, the price it might not be worth that given cost. Because you gotta remember, they're like bigger NECA, or like to me it seems more like similar to like a NECA, but bigger, which leans me more towards like McFarlane Mega Figure range. A pricing like 50 would maybe be cool. Would be fine, but then you get accessories. I don't know. Like I said, once we open it up, I'll have a little bit of a better understanding, because it's hard to go off of just like, I haven't watched anybody else's reviews, but I've seen photos. Stuff like that. And from photos, I'm like, it might still be okay. Alright, how's this head? Oh, is the head actually on the figure? I figured it would be its own separate thing. We got a little lightning effect. Here is the regular helmet. Kind of looks like he's got a handle on top of his helmet. Clenched fist, dynamic pose hand. Oh, it's not bent. I see so many of these bent. Yeah, Cattle Ranger. I can dig it. So that's good. All right, Tommy. Oh, you were right. I think the problem is he's too white. Not the crap with Super 7, but he kind of has a Super 7 kind of vibe. Because I remember the Green Ranger, the Super 7, at least like the review photos, it was like, it sounded like a sculpt, but it's so white. And then with the shadowing on the eyes and stuff, it just kind of makes it look a little off. This kind of has the same issue. I do like he's got a little bit of the forehead wrinkle. I could maybe have been placed a little bit better. On this side, it's a little off. It's not bad. Yeah, he's like ginger. He's my kind of white. It's not horrible. It's definitely for the Lightning Collection. It's not the best Tommy we've definitely gotten for sure. Granted, I don't really collect these guys to have them with their heads on anyways, so I always go for the helmet. Oh, thank God that popped off easy. He's actually one of the ones I kind of wish... I felt like... Oh, Jason. Or Tommy, I guess I should say, if it was for the character. He's very ginger white, just like me. I think the head's on. It's a little bit of a scuff paint right there on the neck, I'm noticing. Other than that, everything else looks fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. The gold looks pretty good. Joints don't seem too bad. Oddly enough, because I know they've been updating some of these figures and I have the pegs here for the joints, but he still has them. Which isn't bad. Like, it doesn't bug me any, but it is a thing that's there. I kind of wish they would have maybe painted them gold, though. Something I might do in my spare time. But get his weapon in his hand, if I can anyways. Heck yeah. Oh, sad day. I probably should use the other hand, eh? It's either clenched fist or grippy hand for this side. Can I get it in there? Ooh, it does not want to fit on that side, though. Same kind of hand, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why it's being a pain in the butt over here. Oh, this side is cooperating. There we go. Let's swap out hand. Yeah. For other hand. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Whatcha? Yeah, I kind of like it. I almost hope with these Ranger figures that they do them, when they activate their, like, abilities, where he has, like, the spikes coming off of his arms. I kind of hope they do that. I think it'd be really cool. I think it was him. It's been so long since I watched Dino Thunder. Then this just kind of sits on here if you will. I don't want to push on it too far because I don't really want it to stay. Oh, no, I just knocked the weapon out. Good for me. Need a clear version. Right? Alright. Effect's a no-go, because Effect likes to knock it out of his hand. And it's already hard enough. Okay, there we go. Well, again, not too shabby. Not the best I've seen out of the line, but definitely not the worst. Alright, let's check out this big boy. With these unboxing videos, sometimes like these guys like may get a review. More likely an unimportant review. So I don't tend to go over all, like, every little thing on these guys. Like the Godzillas, the Super Summons for sure. I'm not gonna swap out all the hands and whatnot, but we'll definitely check out the core figure and make sure that it's at least alright. Still got that shoulder, which I can get right there. And I think he's free. Hey, Googie! I think he's coming out of the front. There we go. Oh, I like the shoulders. Shoulder's pretty sweet. Oh, he's pretty sweet. I ain't gonna lie. Ugh, feet are a little stiff. Silver's got a bit of rub on it in certain sections. You can kind of see here on the leg portion there. Yeah, it's kind of like the silver's got a little bit of nicks here and there. But it kind of helps to add to like that battled, weathered kind of appearance for it. Not much spine, I'm just going over my recent shipment of stuff. He also comes with 3 extra set of hands. And these giant bladed wings that are posable. That's sweet. This is sad. I almost want to be mad. Feel like, why does he get the posable wings? Oh, I just realized he has a butthole. Anyways, moving on. First tail. Just sitting on the table, just like, I just got this chocolate starfish just kind of just chilling at me. Yeah, this one's mecha. It also comes with 3 little flame effects, which I kind of want to check those out. So we'll pop those out. Come on, tape. Stop not cooperating. And I don't know... Oh, I think these are the arm guns. I think. Right? Because he had... Yeah, as I say, because in the cartoon, this part lifted up. And then... I think it's that side. But the gun would be exposed. Nothing yet. Just kind of going over the random figures. We'll get into the Godzillas here in a few. That's really sweet. Oh, man. Now I gotta figure which wing's which. Hold on a second. Let's look at the box. Big wing cut is towards us. Good to know. So it's this way. Maybe. What was that, ratchet? Yeah, Steel Clan Gargoyle? Yeah, he's pretty sweet. Oh, that's a little annoying. See right there? Oh, you know what? I think that's from the factory. It's like the little plastic cut. You can kind of see where the tabs left over. Weird. Pop the other one in. Batman. Yeah, I think the hinge is kind of scary out of the way. God, this silver on these wings are butt. There's like that little hiccup right there. There's a little bit there. Kind of looks like somebody like slid it around on a table. Great, that wouldn't be for me. There's a little bit of scuffies here and there. Overall, not horrendous, but I don't know. It's kind of the issue with these kind of figures in general. Is it doesn't take much to really start damaging them. Oh yeah, these are the feet, right? That's where these ones go. More than likely, this guy's probably going to get hung up with fish wire. Because I just don't really got a lot of room for him to hang on the shelf. Minigun would be sweet. And I still really like my 6-inch figures, but it's like I said, I kind of pick and choose. And for the most part, like the Gargoyle line's been actually really good. He just kind of has the same issue like the Jaegers from the Pacific Rim line had and such, where it was just like they have a lot of metallic colors, so it's easy to scuff. So when quality control is sometimes not the best at some companies, it's definitely be hit and miss. And then you also have paint that's really easy to scuff and damage. It just leads to more and more problems. Oh, I get what you're saying. So like that, they're kind of bending down. Yeah, that kind of... To be fair, if I have them, I'm probably not going to have them like wired up like this. I'll probably have them like this because I kind of want them to make it look like he's shooting. So to be honest, I'll probably just run a line from the back here and just kind of have him upright. Make it look like he's hovering and not like full kilt flying. But on a high note, at least with up here, it's actually metal that they used for the hinge here. And it's not a super thin piece of plastic, so I'm not super worried about it, but I could see it over time for sure, though. But no, super sweet. I still dig it. Oh yeah, I probably should have popped the tail in, yeah. It's just kind of hanging out. Let's do that so I don't forget. Gotta review this guy and then just realize, oh, he doesn't have a tail hanging out of him. There we go. And a high note's super easy to do, though. Army building. Oh, yeah, with the micro stuff. That's why I like still getting like micro machines periodically. Alright, I guess we're going to start with Biollante because this is the one that I hear is not bad. It's the one I hear less complaints about, so I'm going to go with that. Oh, for sure. Like, I'd imagine they're impressive. And to be honest, even if you wanted to, like, if I wanted to fix it, it's not a hard fix. Like I said, the way it is, it's not a deal breaker. Like, if anything, like I said, the scuffy little armor kind of makes it seem more legit. Ooh, I do love the box, though. Packaging is really nice, for sure. Well, it's fine. This is where like $40 of your dollars was into the presentation, and then the other 45 went into the figure. Slowly reveal. I took that sleeve off it instantly. Got blasted with factory plastic smell. Hey, mister. Yeah, like this one, I would be inclined to keep the box because it's fairly unique. But then again, after buying like so many figures, I could see, because a lot of stuff I'll keep packages for are things that I could see me maybe selling at some point. Those tend to hang around a lot more than, say, like Godzilla boxes. I'm way more inclined to just pitch because I don't generally sell them. But from what I heard of these, it makes me think that I should probably add them. Okay, so we got a piece of plastic here. Or tape, I should say. That tape was already cut. Go with that one. And that one. Maybe. Trying to get these damaged spines out. Yeah, because the majority of the Monster Arts boxes, I've gotten rid of them. Like, I have a tackle box that's where all the accessories end up going. Look at that, a little moss. Detail's really nice on that, though. Oh, actually, that does have a little bit of dry brushing to it. So it's got a little bit added depth to the detailing for the plant. This could have maybe used a little bit too, just like a dark red. Would have really made this stand out a lot more. It's not bad though. Then we got damaged spines, which actually do got some depth to the coloring. It's just really blended together. Because it's a dark green and it looks kind of like a slightly lighter green, but because when you dry brush over the dark green, it's going to tint that green. So there's extra detail, because that was one thing I was thinking. It was like, this guy just kind of needs like a solid dry brushing and a brighter color. I don't mind the shiny, only because the scene where you see this guy plus the Godzilla is in the water, so it kind of makes sense for it to be a little shiny. Yeah, that's the problem. It's barely noticeable. Like, it could have maybe been a little bit brighter or a different color. The green is super green, though, on the damaged pieces here. You also get two little nubs to swap them out, which are also just green. Again, maybe could have used a little bit extra coloring there. Teeth are painted well, though. So far, nothing too bad. Probably shouldn't use these nippers for this particular thing, but these are kind of banged up, so I don't really mind too much. Now I forget, does this thing light up? What was this? The tentacle's still stuck? Oh, maybe not. Keep that plastic there because I'll need it to reinsert. This is like that mouth is humongous. Now with this guy, I wasn't expecting it to be super posable because it is just a bunch of vines. Let's see. So this is posable here. You can get some up and down. This tentacle has a hinge, so I should be able to get that to go. So we do get. Granted, it doesn't feel like it's in all the way, to be fair. Or maybe that's just how it is. So oddly enough, it's the two back ones. It's the two back ones that are the most posable tentacles. I think that's in. Always mention on a figure, at least something's going to be a problem with it. Rather have it loose than tight and breaking. Alright, so detail-wise, it's very dark green, but there is a bit of brushing. Oddly enough, in certain sections, because it's not really, it's kind of matte on this side. Yeah, no, it doesn't have bendy wires. It's all posable hinges. And then these are just kind of there for the most part. Yeah, it's kind of like it needs a little bit of paint. Because the tummy, it's even got a little bit of like that orangish red here on the outside. And then it goes from shiny to more of a matte. And it's a little bit of a brighter orange as you get towards the center. But it's definitely two-tone. It's just a very light two-tone. Because it's like green and dark green dry brushing over top of here. But this is almost... To me, it almost seems the opposite for this thing. Where it's... Yeah. Where it's dark green with a light dry brushing. This one is light green with a dark green dry brushing. So that's kind of an odd choice. Oh, probably help if I center it a little bit better. So you guys kind of see, but it's almost like these two are not painted the same. Yeah, I was gonna say the belly, like, it's clear. It's also kind of hollow in this section here. Okay, this poses. So that's cool. Head pops off pretty easy. Not sure. Okay, assume a big goes towards the top. Ugh. Like so. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. I did. I made a pot, but I made it like a potted plant. It was a Valentine's Day gift for my wife. So the current issues is some of the joints have a hard time holding themselves up. Paint job, it's a little hit and miss. Like I said, the biggest thing is just like, it seems like these are painted differently than the body, which is odd. The wings around the neck, or not the wings, are these posable? Oh, these are. So the leaves around the neck are posable. They do have dry brushing. Those look actually not too bad. I don't know. It's fine. I don't think what I see here is $85 fine. Because I can go grab that McFarlane Venom, or not, the McFarlane Violator, but that thing easily dwarfs this thing and was much cheaper. But I know the Godzilla license is kind of an expensive license. That's why these things are kind of more expensive to begin with half the time anyways. For some of the stuff. But from what I'm seeing right now, I'm not disappointed with it. It's just kind of, I don't know. It could maybe just use something else. That, or even, because they're kind of marketed as being like, it's supposed to be legit Heisei Biollante, not a Treadmaster style Biollante, or harkening back to like an older action figure. Because like I said, like, to me this feels more like a big toy. Even the paint job and the look, it's really got that like Treadmaster's like vintage action figure kind of feel to it. Oh yeah, I just noticed this is actually painted on the inside of the mouth though, so that's cool. Oh, I kind of wanted to get the Swamp Thing, but if I get a Swamp Thing, I'm gonna want to repaint it and redo it. And so I don't know if the glow in the dark one would be the best option. So just kind of get my point across, but it's not bad. But it doesn't remind me like the way like Monster Arts and Hayas are meant to be very accurate to the source material. While this almost seems, it's very stylized. I guess is the best way to say it. And again, reminds me more of an action figure than the character, which is kind of what they're known for. At least for like the Playmates turtles that they do and stuff like that, or the Playmate style turtles. This reminds me a bit more like that, more so than the actual character. Granted, like I said, light up like for the price, if it lit up, that would have been kind of cool. Or maybe just some more, like even more vines. Because one thing that would have been kind of cool is actually having the vines coming out of the ground. Would have been really neat. Or having like the wall to block the beam, stuff like that. I think it would have been really cool. I'll have to mess around with these, but it just looks like these swap out with the tentacles. So we'll have to wait and see. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to do them separately. Yeah, what the hell? Why are they painted different? If anything, that's the thing that bugs me the most. Because it looks fine, but like I said, it's a lot more stylized. Which is kind of like what I was... When you saw the... when they first went up for order, like the picture's like, it looks like the picture. So I can't really complain too much. But that being said, just like having it in hand, maybe could have been a little cheaper. So let's check out that Godzilla. Yeah, like I said, it's just to me it feels more like a fancy toy than a collectible. Sort of like the Kenner, like the old Kenner figures and stuff, like the Kenner aliens. Like if this would have been like in that same kind of vein or line, it'd blow me away. What about Bubbles? Yeah, let's say Bubbles. Yeah, I think Bubbles got repainted and we sold them. Oh, sorry. Bubbles was owned by somebody else, and I repainted him and sold him. For that person. It was just like when I got it in. Because it's the bootleg, might as well do the video. Alright, somebody says this is squishy. Oh, it is! You know, when I first touched it, I thought it was hard as a rock, but no, it's actually squishy. That's that. Interesting, to say the least. On a positive note, from what I've heard the complaints of the Godzilla, though, at least this guy matches. Alright, so one thing I'm already noticing is that I don't think it'd be that hard. You just probably have to pop this plate off on the bottom. Which, oddly enough, has a peg hole for a stand. Not sure why it needs it, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Come on. Stick that over there. Oh. Alright, I'm going to be honest. I don't think he looks that bad. Let's get him out. Let's get him out first. It's like I said, I don't know why people are like so butthurt when they got I saw everybody on Facebook was just crapping on this thing. I'm like, I don't know. To me, it just looks like the picture, but like, of course, a little worse because it's like the production stuff's never gonna look as good as the pre-production. Like even Monstars has the same issue. Like the stuff doesn't generally look as good as when you've seen it on there. Usually pretty damn close, but not a lot of usually the exact same. That is one heavy tail. Oh, there's a thing there. Is that the only one? Nope. This is like I'm feeling resistance somewhere. I'll put her on one of those McFarlane stands. Won't even see it. It'll be fine. Oh. That is one stiff tail. Okay, well, the tail's posable. It's going to take some effort. Those ball joints are definitely on the stiffer side. Probably going to have to heat those up. Get that down. Get that down. Oh, maybe. I think I got it. Let's grab him by the crotch. Roll it up. Oh. Godzilla is freeze. Oh yeah, this is like the tentacle neck, yeah? See, like tentacle neck, it's super dark green. unlike the body, which is light green with dark green airbrushing. Not light green, but green with dark green. Gosh, my FOMO long before they were released. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to call from the mic. But, I gotta say, to be honest, I haven't had a whole lot of... I'm trying to get this finger out. A whole lot of experience with Super 7. So I think the only thing we've really done on the channel was that, the Tyrannosaurus sword. And even then, I ended up canceling all the other ones once they were like, yeah, we're not releasing the Tiger Zord anymore. And I was like, well, if you're not making the Tiger Zord, then it sounds like they're having a hard time producing the line. Which means, why am I going to start investing into a line that's probably already dead in the water? So, I ended up canceling them. And it's Super Green. Claws are pretty nice, though. It's got extra little hands. Pair of clench fist. Get the wrapped tentacle neck, which I don't know how to make that look good with that Biollante, but I guess we'll figure it out. Oddly enough, this is the one weird choice, is that it comes with open mouth, and then you have closed mouth on the actual figure. I will say the head actually doesn't look bad, though. Weights on the iris could maybe have been a little bit smaller. But teeth detailing looks good. It's got multiple tones to it. Another thing, the figure's definitely got some heft to it. Oh, alright, so this elbow does not want to cooperate. Yeah, I was going to say the heads actually look pretty good. Like, even that looks really solid. Teeth look good. I guess if anything, I'll be honest, I see some people's pictures. This does not look nearly as shiny as some of the other ones I've seen. It does have a bit of a gloss to it, but it's more like a semi-gloss. Or almost like a satin finish to it, more so than like high gloss. Oh man, I'm gonna kind of be in the same boat as with the Biollante. He kind of feels more like he kind of gives me like Treadmaster vibe. Knee joints are an odd choice, with the knees going up over top of the joint instead of coming down, because I think that would have hid this a little bit better. Granted, it's different than some of the other companies, what they do, but eh. Yeah, kind of like Trendmaster NECA hybrid. Like I say, it feels almost like a 90s toy, but just better looking than a 2020 toy. Oh, knocked the hand off. Alright, so this elbow I'm going to have to fudge around with. More so than a 2020 toy or 2023 toy trying to look like the character from the movie. Yeah, I was going to say, be honest, I think a little, get some, Mr. Hobby matte spray paint or matte clear coat and then just spritz them real quick with it. The only issue I would be a little cautious about is because he does have some softer bits, so it sometimes can tack up a little bit. Dorsal spines look good. Like, the paint job is actually not too bad. Like I say, he's actually kind of heavy, too. Because, just grabbing... I think I have a Godzilla still hanging out. I do! Yeah. Got Grandpa here. You know, just to give you guys, a sense of scale. Because for the most part, these guys, he's only slightly more than him in terms of price. You can definitely tell like it is a much larger figure than what Grandpa here is. Grandpa is the better figure. Don't get me wrong. Like he's more posable. Feels like an expensive figure. He's got a lot going for him. This, on the other hand, kind of has that like McFarlane mega figure feel. And I'll be honest, I know I hate it. Actually, if anything, also kind of bugs me is because Biollante is not nearly as big. I feel like Biollante should be a little bigger to compensate the size, at least for the movie. Like, if anything, I'm actually kind of more disappointed in the Biollante. If I'm going to be brutally honest, like, at least the Godzilla, like, once I heat up that elbow, it'll pose. Yeah, the Biollante should be way bigger. Like to be fair, because he's about the 89 size. Like, this Biollante would be good with the Monster Arts or the NECA. It's not going to be like it's not great with him, who I think is bigger than the Triple K. Alright, so, I'll have to gather my thoughts for the review. I might just review these both at the same time, just because. I don't know if they really fully merit individual videos, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, like, Monster Arts wise, it's better proportion. And the Monster Arts, it would sort of work. The only thing is like, these are, like, comically big for the Monster Arts. Is the only real issue I'm seeing. But like a little bit of a paint job, you can get it to work. Him, on the other hand, definitely too big. Which kind of makes me a little concerned for the Destroyer. How big the Destroyer is going to be? Because if the Godzilla is like this size, and if the Destroyer matches up, that could be a problem. That, and I think, was the Destroyer the same price? I think it was. Yeah, like I was saying, like the Godzilla I think is a little too big. I was going to say, can I even... Yeah, I would say the waist is more of a rotating then. So I was going to say, maybe you could bend him over a little bit to make him work. Okay, the Destroyer was more expensive? Alright, that makes sense. So personally, Godzilla, I don't think is that bad. Like, actually, I'm kind of fine with it, because to be honest, he actually, like, he comes with quite a bit of stuff. Especially in comparison to, say, a Monster Arts or even the NECAs. Like, he actually has things, at least. Not sure 85 worth it, but, like, I'm more okay with this one than I am with Biollante. But then again, I'm also still like, at least the Biollante I think is still kind of the cooler one of the two, but not as good of a figure between the two. Anyways, I think we're gonna call it good here. So I'll look forward to the review there. Not sure I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I started working on the Zilla puppet. Also, if you guys want to see kind of how the neck head works. Not Zilla puppet. Another Zilla articulator figure. So if I do stream it, I'll either be that or playing an Exoprimal. One or the other. But more than likely, you guys will get the Albedo unboxing. Will be either tomorrow or Sunday. Yeah, Biollante is the more unique of the two, which makes it kind of cool. But personally, I think the Godzilla is probably the better figure of the two, though. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys would like to pick up any of this stuff, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel. Get yourself some free shipping. Because like I mentioned, like I said, I don't think that looks that bad, if I'm going to be honest. Overall, they're all just kind of fine figures. Nothing really like wowed me this time. Which is sad. To be honest, I think Arnez's statues are probably bang for buck, maybe the best thing to grab. Because I think those are only like 30-ish bucks. Anyways, help us defeat those guys by hitting the like button, subscribe, come around today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Threads, and Instagram. Did I say that? Did I say that one already? Links in the description for those. And I'll see you guys in the next one.